How's the family doing? Waiting on everybody to hop in the space. I am back in town. Glad to have everybody tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Glad to have the family tuning in. What's going on with y'all, man? Shout out to the FBA family. Shout out to the diaspora family. I see you in here, Tez. I see you in here, Juicy. What's up, brother Patrick? See y'all in here. Few things we're going to discuss tonight. What's up, Erica? I see you. I see you. Letting people pile on in here. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Just got in from Vegas. I went to Vegas this weekend. We wanted to do something with our children. We were going to go to Sesame Street Place down in San Diego. They opened a new Sesame Street Place in San Diego. The reason I chose not to go there, but we chose to drive to Vegas instead, is because of some of the funny style stuff that we have been hearing from the Sesame Street Place parks, particularly the one in Philadelphia. But there's some funny stuff that we heard about this new one down here in San Diego too, as far as the way Black children are treated. So that's one of the reasons why we didn't go. We ended up going to Vegas instead. We were really gung ho about the new Sesame Street Place opening up out here in California. New amusement park, and we've gone to all of the ones out here. And we went to Legoland, that's in San Diego, a few months ago. So we were very excited. But I started hearing a lot of stuff, about some of the way the staff treats these Black children. And now we saw this stuff in full, vibrant color. Several videos came out today. For those who don't know, Sesame Street Place was trending because one sister uploaded a video of the Rosita character blatantly ignoring her two little beautiful Black daughters. This Rosita character was out there mingling with the other children, the white children, the non-Black children, and then blatantly, I wouldn't even say this Rosita character ignored the Black kids. It looked at the Black kids and gave a no sign and just walked off. And that kind of made the kids feel a certain way. Of course it did. So Sesame Street Place, they started splaining, talking about, well, the Rosita character saw somebody else and saw a baby and it was waving at a baby like, no, I can't hold the baby and take a picture, which is horse crap. So then I posted several other videos, just a whole string of videos of the same exact thing happening to other Black children. There is a pattern at Sesame Street Place where these characters, mainly the Rosita character, but it was other characters too. It was a whole bunch of videos of Black children being deliberately ignored. And you've had some of the white supremacists pop in trying to explain, well, those suits that they wear, you can hardly see the people through those suits. Well, damn it, they can see the white kids real good. That's not a good excuse. They can see the white kids perfectly. How they see the white kids so good, but the Black kids, the suit is preventing them from seeing the Black kids. That's horse crap. So several videos have gone viral of Sesame Street Place, particularly out there in Pennsylvania. And understand there's a lot of old school anti-Black racism out there in Pennsylvania. And this character and different other employees at Sesame Street Place, they are repeatedly shunning or ignoring. Or there was one character, the Bert character from Ernie and Bert. This character actually slapped a Black child. I didn't even post that video. It would have made people too mad, but you can find it. The Bert character from Sesame Street Place was hugging some white kids and then turned around and slapped a Black kid. What the hell is going on out there? That's something coming from the management. There's something about the management there that has let people know that anti-Black racism is going to be normalized there. And we said, Sesame Street Place, they're going to have to fire some people. So they want to kind of play chicken with us and give out some little jive statements. They put out a couple of statements today. The last statement was like, oh my God, we're going to do some diversity training and some bias training. Look, these people are going to have to get real specific about what they're going to do. First, we wanted somebody fired. They're going to have to start laying some folks off. As far as the bias training, we're going to have to make people say, hey, you're going to have to do some anti black racism um, justice training. See, this is why, family, it's important for us to get out here and push hard for an anti black racism hate crime bill. We're going to have to go out here and hit the streets and let people know we're going to rectify anti black racism. This whole thing where there's just going to be a culture in this country of vile anti black racism, we're going to have to hit the streets and say enough is enough. That culture of anti black racism has to go. It's going to stop. We're just not going to participate in the process of maintaining this system if it's going to be decidedly anti black racist into perpetuity. We're not going to play that game. This is why we're still organizing the Washington rally. This Washington rally is going to be huge, and we're getting all the details together now. We're still going to keep people posted on that. What's up, Sister Wani? How are you, beloved? But let me get some of the family to check in. Raise your hand and let me get some folks to check in. A lot of folks in here right now. Let me get Pink Mars. Let me get this brother in here. Then I get Anthony Davis in. And then I get Lou 82 in. All right, what's going on, fam?
Yo,
What's on your mind, man?
nah, how you doing, man? Long time listener, first time caller. Congrats on the baby.
Thank you so much, brother. What's on your mind?
Nothing, man. This shit is crazy with the Sesame Street thing that's going on. I just want to know, like, how come we don't see more celebs speaking up? The only celeb we seen speaking up was Kelly Rowland. But
Yeah,
remember a few years ago when that white boy he threw that birthday party with with the pizza party and nobody showed up and the whole world came together showing condolences. Everybody wanted to throw parties for him and shit. How come we don't see more people speaking on this?
real talk. Man, and the Hollywood, man, there's so many scared Negroes out here. And, Sesame Street, that's a so called liberal entity. That's another thing. Sesame Street is supposed to be like a white liberal type of thing. And Sesame Street was started. Jim Henson and those guys, they wanted to create something that would combat the anti-black racism that was going on in the 1960s. I think the first episode was in 1969, so it had a lot of racial diversity. And I think Jim Henson and those guys, they had the right idea in mind. They had the right idea in mind. They had a lot of black, positive black characters on there, so they were doing the right thing. They were actually doing the right thing on Sesame Street. But now, again, we've morphed into this thing where anti-black racism is so normalized because we got a lot of black folks out here who go along with it, and we got to cut that nonsense out. This thing where we're going to go along with this stuff, that's one of the problems. We got to stop going along with this anti-black racism and stop being afraid to start speaking out about it. Let's get who else we got in here? Let's get making money, Naeem. Let's get Naeem in here. What's up, Naeem? What's up, Naeem? Where you at? Let's turn your microphone on, sir. All right. While we're waiting on Naeem to turn his microphone on, we will get Afro Elite in here. What's up, Afro Elite? Hop on, brother. I can hear you. What's going on, fam?
How you feeling, brother?
I'm good. What's on your mind, brother?
I just want to speak on the subject about the Sesame Street characters. What we need to acknowledge is that a lot of people who are in those positions, they have like a sick fetish for doing racist thing towards black children. A lot of them
Yeah,
do. A lot of them were probably chuckling, and this isn't the first time we've heard of characters in big costumes mistreating black children. They do that all the time because a lot of them like have some type of pleasure of making black kids sad. That's something that they did.
Right.
If you notice that the most of them, if all of the videos I've seen, they acknowledge the fact that they saw the kids. They walked straight by the kids and they deliberately hugged the white kids right next to them because they're trying to rub it in the black children's face. So the excuse that Sesame
Right.
Street made, oh, you just can't see them. I can see a white kid the same size, the same age, but I can't see the black kid 2 feet away. That's a lie. Those white supremacists
Exactly.
were getting off on that. That's something that they do to our children.
Real talk. Thank you for the call. And my man hit up some very good points on that. We got to understand those are not characters in those suits. These are real suspected white supremacists in those suits. Let's be very clear. We live in a system of white supremacy, and we forget that the person in the costume is not Rosita. Rosita is not real. All right. That's not Elmo. Elmo is not real. That's not Ernie and Bert. Ernie and Bert is not real. You have real suspected white supremacists wearing those suits who have anti-black views that they sit up online and spew anti-black racism. So just imagine these people who sit up on 4chan and troll our pages all day, because that's what a lot of these suspected white supremacists do. They sit online just Negro hating all day. So just imagine these people get up, put on their costume, and go to work, and they have that same hatred, and then they do these little dirty things to black children, and then go in the break room and then laugh about it. This is going on too many times for it not to be an acknowledged pattern. This is something that's systematic there. You can't be that consistent doing the same things consistently without there's some type of centralized acknowledgement of it. These people are going in the break room, high-fiving and laughing at each other for doing this type of stuff. They know what they're doing. They get to Kaka and Kiki and, hey man, this black kid tried to hug me. I was like, get away. I just walked off and ignored her. They think that type of stuff is funny. We got to understand what we're dealing with. We don't think like that. We as foundational Black Americans, the thought of harming a child deliberately, that's foreign to us as a culture. Us harming children is foreign to us as a culture. We don't harm children as a culture. Some stray Negro who harms a black child, that's not a cultural thing because that's looked down upon in foundational Black American culture. We don't really play like that when it comes to children. You understand? In fact, even in the underworld, if you harm a child and go to jail, you're not safe in jail because there, even within the underclass or the underbelly of society, the street class, harming children, that's a no-no. You go to jail and you harm the kid, you're gonna have to go to PC somewhere. That's simply not acceptable. But in the dominant white supremacist society, that's all they like. They love harming children. They love going for soft targets. They've thrown the shame of being a coward out the window. You understand? We got to understand what we're dealing with. When you're not ashamed to be a coward, that makes you a pretty dangerous person, or that makes you a dangerous group of people. The white supremacists have no shame in being cowardly and doing cowardly deeds by going at people who are physically weaker than them or physically smaller than them. They love going after women, particularly elderly women or small children, and harming them in some way. And there's no shame about it. That's why when they do it, the rest of the dominant society will support them, just like with Trayvon Martin. Look how the dominant white society supported Zimmerman for harming an innocent unarmed kid walking home with candy in his pocket. And the dominant society said, yep, that's cool. Look how the dominant society sat up here and they're still protecting Timothy Loman. I think that's his name, the race soldier who killed our little brother, Tamir Rice. He's still walking around getting jobs. They have to hide him and duck and dodge with him, but white supremacist society is still protecting that guy. You see, we're dealing with cowards, man. And black folks, my FBA family, you never bow down to a coward. You never bow down to a coward. Monet, hop on, dear.
Hi there. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you, beloved?
I'm very good. Thank you so much for having me. I just wanted to point out, I love what you said regarding the accountability piece of this. I am so sick of the statements that they come out with. We're going to apply racial sensitivity training or unconscious bias training. For me, anything less than firing those people says that Sesame Street Place or whatever other companies decide that this is a correct course of action to take instead of just firing these folks or getting rid of them. It's telling me that you support this.
Right.
It's not necessary. Like, what is that? It reminds me of, any other workplace where they say you can do what you do, just keep it at the house. You can do what
Yeah.
you do, keep it at the house. You're not that's not a statement that says Sesame Street Place does not agree with that. You're saying we might employ a white supremacist or someone who's willing to hurt children. We're just going to train them to keep that outside of here.
Right, right. And very good points, beloved. Listen, family, if they want to play this game where they want to put out these little weird statements and all that, they're going to have to really step up and do something to rectify this. They're going to have to start firing some of these people, let us know who they are, who's doing this stuff. They're going to have to make amends. They're going to have to reach out to the Black community, particularly the Foundation of Black American Community, and they're going to have to produce some justice here. They're going to have to come with it. They're not going to talk in these little coded words. Look, family, do we have to pull up on Sesame Street Place? Are we going to have to pull up on Big Bird and Snuffleupagus? Because Sesame Street Place can get pulled up on too. You understand? They got one out here, which is very easy to pull up on, and the one out there in Philadelphia, that can be pulled up on too. And folks get out there and let folks know, hey, this ain't the place to go to. They do not want a protest at these places. If they want to play games, we can play games too and start organizing protests in front of these places and really dead that whole brand. That whole brand will be trash, which is what they do not want. Sesame Street better get it right on this one. And we got to start letting them know, y'all better get this thing right and stop playing games and start pulling up and letting folks know, hey, just like they do the white society, when they don't want something, they get out there and hit the streets and, hey, they like, don't mess with this. I remember going to Ringling Brothers Circus the last time I went. There was a bunch of white folks out there with signs yelling at customers. The white woman ran up on me yelling, don't go in there. They abuse elephants, dude. They abuse elephants, man. You can't go in there. I'm saying, if you don't get the hell out of the way, I'm about to go see Dumbo and eat me some popcorn and peanuts, and you get the hell out of my face. But about a year later, they stopped using elephants at the circus. The white folks stopped that. They stopped using elephants at Ringling Brothers Circus. Yeah. So they know how to get out there and hit the blade and make some things happen. All right, let's get some more people in here. We got a lot of folks in here. A lot of women's in here. What's all y'all women doing up? Well, it's Monday, so y'all ain't at the club. No wonder y'all in here. Y'all, there's a lot of women in here. Look at all these good-looking women. Because I usually do my thing on the weekend. There'll be a lot of dudes in here. Y'all women, y'all can't shake ass on Monday, so y'all got to sit it down. And you sitting there with your bonnet and your leave-in conditioner on right now. I see y'all asses, ladies. What's going on, ladies? Ain't nowhere to shake that ass tonight. Y'all gonna have to wait till Taco Tuesday tomorrow to shake a little ass pre-shake before the weekend. I see you, ladies. You're getting your little Taco Tuesday conditioner in right now on Monday night. I see you. Let me get my brother Sir Major in. Let me get Sir Major. What's going on, brother Sir Major? Well, yeah, Sir
What's up,
Major.
good brother? How you feeling, man?
I'm good. What's on your mind, bro?
Man, tomorrow you shouldn't start with me, man. Tomorrow we're gonna go ahead and lead the charge and holding Sesame Street accountable. We're gonna be drafting up letters tomorrow morning, and we're gonna be leading the online campaign for that. Uh,
Yes.
also, also, Reza Islam, brother Reza Islam is in the building today. He's
Oh,
got the
cool.
red profile PTR with the X on it.
Where's my brother Reza? Where is he? I can't see him.
Yeah, Reza, raise your hand. They banned him. The federal government has banned him from social media, just as they tried to do me. Like there's an order banning me from Facebook, but I'm on Twitter. So, Brother Reza Islam is in the building. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, brother. Shout out to Reza. Let me get Reza on. I talked to Reza. When I talked to Reza, I talked to Reza last week. Hold on, let me get my brother Reza on here. What's up, brother Reza? Oh, hop on, Reza.
My brother, can you hear me?
Where you at? There you go. What's going on with you,
My
fam?
brother, all is well. How's the family?
Everything is good, brother. Everything is good. So, are they still trying to get you off all the social media platforms?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My team went ahead and got it all situated today as it pertains to just getting, I'd say, back on Instagram today, page number 8, back on Twitter today. And I think they're coming out with a YouTube, everything to funnel everyone back to my network. So,
Okay. Where can people find you? What's the name of the networks where everybody can find and follow you
first,
now? And by the way, everybody listening now, go follow him right now. Y'all just click the link where you see him right here, and everybody follow my brother Reza. What's your Instagram again, brother?
yes, sir. Instagram is Reza Islam IX, which is short for intellectual extremist. And of course, Twitter here, and also subscribe to RezaIslam.com. And for those who would like to be directly connected, text my app number, which is 310-634-0790. And one more time, 634-0790, 310 area code, brother. And just wanted to chime in and just see what everything was, what you were doing as it pertains to going over this Sesame Street thing. I've heard about that. I really stopped watching that years ago, but we remember, and we also found out about the Teletubbies, all of that. Pretty much almost every person who signed up for that. So we stopped watching a long time ago, but continue pushing the truth, brother. I'm actually about to meet with some family, but I just had to get on here and just listen to you speaking the truth per usual. And also, when it comes to the rally, I am awaiting
Yes.
instructions on that because I have to get that cleared by the minister because those are some big moves.
Okay.
So that's what I'm waiting on now. But brother, I got it. You already know when it comes.
Yes, because we need you there, man. That's October 15th, and we definitely need you up there. That's gonna be a big deal, brother. So we gotta have you in the building, bro.
Yes, sir.
Big
Well,
time.
I'll definitely do my best, and you already know, brother. Whatever you have going when it comes to the people, I'm there. You already know.
No doubt.
Yes, sir.
Man,
Love you, family.
appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
No, I love you too, brother. That's my brother Reza, man. We gotta have him at the rally, man. We gotta have brother Reza at the rally. Teslin, we're gonna have Teslin there. What's up, Teslin? We're gonna have Teslin, Marcel. Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait. We're still getting all the particulars now. Boy, there's a lot of instructions. We're trying to get everything cleared, and boy, they gave us a list of instructions. It's like, well, the view, you can't obstruct the view of the White House. You got to have this on the grass, and you got to have a stage this certain amount, certain feet long, and oh man, it's a whole bunch of stuff. And if we have vending tables, we can't sell T-shirts. We can't sell DVDs. You can sell books and literature. Yeah, they got a lot of rules, man. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. And we're making it happen. We're gonna make it do what it do. Let's get some more folks in here. Oh Lord, T.S. damn Giselle. Oh, God, T.S. Giselle, are you showing your body off? I'm not gonna even click this. You taking a body selfie. I'm not gonna click this. I was about to click it, then I saw you were taking a body selfie. I'm not gonna even do it. I'm not gonna do it. Lord, not on a Monday. Oh, should I do it just for some giggles? Oh God, you know what? Let me get you on just for the hell of it, against my own better judgment, guys. Okay, T.S. Giselle, get on, just get on. Let me just get it out the way. All right, well, T.S. Giselle, what's going on?
Hi, Tariq, and
What's going on, T.S. Giselle?
hello to all of my fans in the audience, all of you jealous women.
Jealous of what? That wide back? What are they jealous of?
It's given
Okay, I'm sure that's what women
it's
women
given
wake up and
boss
say, "Oh
bitch.
God."
It's given
Okay, they
bad
were like, "Oh
bitch.
yes,
Never
I desire
average.
women." Yeah, women wake up desiring to look like Carl Winslow with a lace front. All right. So what's going on, T.S. Giselle?
Okay, $3 Montel Jordan. So I
Oh,
have a
okay.
question.
Hold,
So
wait. Go,
Tariq,
go
you
ahead.
bust and I'll bust back. Okay, you know how we do.
I do what?
Like Nicki Minaj says, you bust, I'll bust back. Okay, your jokes
Well,
don't
is
fly
bust fat
here.
your back fat? You mean back fat that you have? Big back fat.
And this body got me a $700,000 house. Okay,
Please hold
period.
on. Please. Um, a halfway
Anyway,
house don't count. You're doing time. You're in a halfway house for selling bussy on the streets, but that don't count. But go ahead.
actually, I was a professional escort in the city of Atlanta for 10 years. Anyway,
Okay. And when you were escorting and performing, was this your theme music? Hold on.
it's a rare condition this day and age to read any.
The theme show, the theme song from Family Matters. Carl Winslow built ass. Anyway, get out of here. Uh, Lord, are you looking like Carl damn Winslow? All right, let me get some more people on here. What's up, Linus? Well, let me get my sister Jade. Let me get some real feminine energy in here. There's too much masculine energy in here. Let me get some feminine energy in here. What's up, Jade? How are you, beloved?
I was doing well until I just heard the last individual speak. And I wish that
Oh Lord.
individual, T.S. Giselle, was still on the stage because I would ask them if they um, had any thoughts about the serious situation that happened to the Black kids at Sesame Street. I feel
Yeah,
like when T.S. Giselle comes up, it's always shits and giggles, as y'all would say. But these are serious
hmm,
things. I never hear T.S., G.S., Tazelle, Gazelle
yeah, yeah. You know that
speak
that
about anything
that
serious. So that's
Yeah,
all.
he's a disruptor. Yeah, he's a disruptor, and what they do sometimes they have him in these spaces having serious discussions with them, and I let him on every blue moon just to show how silly he is. Just let folks know that that's a joke and not to take it seriously. You know what I'm saying? Because we sometimes we let folks into serious serious circles and then have them engage into real conversations, and that's a waste of time. So, but
Absolutely.
anyway,
Thank you, brother, and I appreciate you and all the the things that you're doing to help us organize this rally. I
yes,
appreciate you using your platform responsibly and constructively to expose the agenda against our children, the abuse that's happening. Um, I really want to hear more of your thoughts in terms of what you think we can do moving forward to hold institutions like Sesame Place available. I mean, I would just say like I wouldn't take my kids there. Like these big characters, like you don't know who's
yo,
behind these costumes. But I sort of want to hear more about like anything you have for the family, things we should be thinking about when we take our kids into these environments. And thank you for allowing me to speak, brother.
thank you, beloved. Yeah, man, I don't when it comes to kids, I don't really play games like that when it comes to kids and doing that little stuff to kids because I got a whole gang of kids and stuff like that. I'm not going to subject my children to that type of stuff. Um, with Sesame Street Place, we're going to have to really hit them pockets, and we're going to have to hit that brand. This is bad news for them having their brand associated with this type of racism. They know that's a bad look. That's a very bad look, especially for that brand. That brand is supposed to be all about inclusiveness, especially with Black folks. See, they have to funnel a lot of this other stuff in, and I'm telling you, they're in a very vulnerable position right now because they have to funnel a lot of this stuff in. Also, what they try to do is funnel a lot of this LGBT stuff through Sesame Street too. They do it down there in with Disney World too. You go down to Disney World, by the way, it's rainbow flags all over the place. They use diversity in order to funnel these other agendas in. And Sesame Street Place, they try to do the same thing too. So now, with this anti-Black racism thing going on, it's going to be hard for them to funnel in all of these other agendas now. You understand? It's going to be hard for them to do that because they have to have us on board. And if we Black people are not rocking with these folks, that crumbles all of the other agendas. So now we're going to have to stand strong, be steadfast to say, hey, look, just these little jive statements you're putting out that's real vague, that's not going to cut it. You're going to have to put your foot down and make a stance and say, hey, anti-black racism will not be tolerated here. We're going to give some money. We start hitting them in the pockets to some black organizations so that they can compensate the community for the aggrievement and the pain and suffering that Sesame places cause. So we're going to have to start making these people cough up some bread, because see, if they do something to harm an LGBT person, or not even harm them, just make them uncomfortable, they have to start writing checks to some of these LGBT organizations immediately. If you say anything that they don't like, you're going to have to start writing checks. We got to start making these folks write some damn checks, or just say, hey, if you don't want to write a check, your brand can have that stain on it. You dig? And also, you're going to have to start naming some of these people who's doing this slick stuff, and you have to start firing them. If you are not firing them, that means you endorse this type of stuff. You're going to have to take some real action. We have to start stepping to these corporate entities and make them take action, because they take action with all of these other groups who've not even been aggrieved. You go to all of these corporate entities, they got rainbow flags everywhere. They always talk about how they speak up for the LGBT community. LGBT community, they're not aggrieved. Nobody's harming them. Nobody's discriminating against the white LGBT community. They're not oppressed. Just the fact that you have so many resources given to you, and the corporate and the government structure are all in unison, pandering to you, that shows that you're not aggrieved, nor are you oppressed. You understand? So they know how to step it up for all of these other groups. See, people always put us on the hot seat as black people. They always make us responsible for stuff that we ain't really got nothing to do with. For example, like I keep telling people, this whole thing with Brittany Griner out there in Russia, they keep making black men somehow responsible. This weird, perverted twist of logic where they keep saying, well, how come the NBA players aren't doing anything? How come these NBA players are not saying more? That, they play that whole weird game, like NBA players have any kind of political cachet here. They don't. But what's interesting is that there was a white athlete, a former white athlete, who made a statement about Brittany Griner. And there's crickets. Kurt Schilling, and he's basically sounding like the alt-right right now. He was a ex-baseball star, quote unquote, Kurt Schilling. He spoke about Brittany Griner. He was like, yeah, she should pay the penalty, obey the effing law. So he's up here co-signing, hoping that this woman does time. You understand? He says, this is TMZ. He said, I know this seems like a stretch, but something like 300 million people understand, obey the effing law. Why is that such a challenge? Why on earth should she not pay the penalty for breaking another country's law? So ain't nobody coming at him like, hey, man, that's not cool. Nobody's coming at him. You got white athletes up there co-signing the mistreatment of this woman. Now, she should have not done whatever, but I think they're being a little excessive, and she's being used as a political pawn. And Biden, their administration, white society and corporate white America and the white LGBT community, they could do more for this woman. They're not doing anything for this woman. Biden and those guys could have got this woman back. I keep saying that. They could have got this woman back a long time ago. They just trade one of these Russian ops that we got over here. They could have been got her back. But they just don't give a damn. And they want to try to deflect and put that all on us, on black men, and we don't have that political clout like that. You see? So it's real funny style out here. Let's get some more people on here real quickly. Let's get Deaf Jules on here. Deaf Jules. Let's get Deaf Jules. Deaf Jules. What's up, brother? What's up, Deaf?
Oh shit. What's up? What's up, family? I just wanted to chime in.
You weren't expecting to get on, brother? You weren't expecting to get on?
Yeah, no, I mean I'm not on that much. I'm more of a listener than a talker. But yeah, I'm actually I actually used to work right around the corner from Sesame Place. So I wanted to chime in real quick. So yeah, like Sesame Place is in Bucks County, and it's like about 5 minutes away from Levittown. Which, if anybody knows about
Wow.
Levittown, yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, it's one of
Wow.
the foundational redlining suburbs. So I'm
Yeah.
not surprised when I hear
Yeah.
stories about racism going on because she probably like the video you posted of the lady. I don't even really want to call her a lady, but she was
Yeah. Yeah.
talking really egregious. So it's like I'm not surprised because I used to live out around that way in Bucks County, and it's just like it's just there's a history of racism out there.
Yes, it is, man. Thank you for the call. Now, I didn't know that. Now, that would make a lot of sense that it was right next to Levittown. For those who don't know, Levittown, that was one of the, there's a few Levittowns. There's one in upstate New York, one in Pennsylvania, and there's another one. I can't think what the other one is, but the Levitt brothers, these white Jewish brothers, created these all white suburbs right after World War II. These were the first really man made, um, pre designed suburban areas. And the selling point of these Levitt towns, the major selling point was no blacks. They actually had that in the leasing agreement and the housing contracts. No Negroes allowed. These were major sundown towns. That was the appeal of those Levitt towns. But William Levitt, and in fact, William Levitt, he was the man of the year in Time magazine. I want to say late 1940s, early 1950s. But these places were just rest havens for white supremacists. They were giving these white supremacists all of these loans to get homes that black people couldn't get. And these suburbs, um, these manufactured towns, these predetermined manufactured towns were designed just for white people to get out of urban areas, getting those VA loans that black people could not get from fighting in the war. Those GI Bills, those loans, black people could not get access to those loans. So Levittown, there's even video from the 1950s of these white people in Levittown just talking crazy about black folks. So those places are just deeply, deeply embedded in anti-black racism. So the fact that Sesame Street Place is close to those areas, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's